Welcome to the Daily Jing for Friday, September 21st. Here's the quote of the day. There are two things you need to remember about concrete. It's always getting harder, and it cracks. Ernie, foreman on the Millersville West Frederick Street project. So let's go to the schedule. We're at the end of the fourth week. Can you believe it? So we're continuing with the green discussion, and the View and Do 2.1 is due today, and then we'll start 2.2 on Monday. Or we should start 2.2 today. Let me change that. Okay, so we're continuing with the View and Do. We started it on Wednesday, so it's due 2.2 on Monday. Let's go back to the notes. So the reflection imitation paper, the second paper, is a difficult paper not because the subject is difficult, coming up with how you learn to do something, but it's difficult because you have to give your reader the experience of learning. You have to dramatize the moment you learn to do something. It's more of a mental thing than a physical thing, although you do the physical, find your Carter on the stairs and actually look him in the eye. But then you figure out, by connecting that encounter with some mysterious bit of information you received sometime before, your Bowen, something at the time you did not understand. The process goes from previous information, wondered about, but not understood, okay, that's your Bowen, to an experience you have where you attempt some feat and fail, back to that piece of previous information, your Bowen, you don't understand, to the realization of how you can do whatever you are trying to do because you now understand what that previous information means. It has become knowledge. The paper occurs in one scene and a flashback. Okay, the scene is where you're trying to figure out something, learn something, and the scene and the flashback is back to your previous information where someone was trying to teach you this thing, but you weren't understanding what was going on. But now in this scene of trying to learn, you flash back and you finally get it. All right? It's hard to get your mind around until you figure that you have to use the previous information as a tool for understanding. And this is the hard part. This sequence where you recover some past information to use it to learn to do something did not necessarily happen at the time, but it must be employed to create the myth of learning. Fudge the truth. Bring the previous information back to help you figure out how you learn to do whatever. The hardest part of this assignment is to lie about the fact that you weren't thinking about the previous information when you learned to do that thing, but you must do this. You have to lie in an attempt to show us the truth. The assignment demands that you let the previous information, your Bowen, help you figure out how you learn to do X, even though, in reality, it might not have happened. Yet it has to be plausible that it could have happened, could have helped you, and you need to have it help you so your reader can understand your experience of learning. Okay, the question of the day: when is the first draft of the reflection imitation essay due? Let's look at that again. So look at the fifth week. It's due next Friday, a week from today, or finally by due on Monday, the 1st of October. Okay? All right, thanks. Bye.